Since 2015, and even as early as 2014, we've seen a major surge in multiplayer gaming, mostly in the online-orientated where constant login requirements and preteen making loading screens have taken up our daily lives. No longer has single-player gaming become a dedicated pastime, and slowly but surely, game upon game, more focused on the multiplayer genre, has taken up our lives in one way or another. This can be seen as a good thing, sure. Currently, there is a nice balance of linear to open-world games focused on the loner gamer, rich with stories that will sit in the tear-jerking corners of our most emotional memories, but on the other side of the scales is the always online multiplayer purchase. These games stand over as upon purchase requiring not only a cash investment, but also a major time sink of determination too. Games with competitive matches lasting to the folds of 30 to 45 minutes, games consisting of the need to grind for hours against a randomized mathematical equation that will probably never be on your side, because if it was, then you wouldn't stay long enough to give it more attention. The RPG has literally become what we used to see as a side distraction of social gaming. Players' levels and unlockables like different coloured costumes take up our desires, because if I kill this number of enemies just a few more times, or taunt down at my victims like an immense jerk face with each character at least once, then maybe, just maybe, I will achieve some form of wearable greatness on my character that will make gamers of today look up to me, to you, and maybe, just maybe nod in a way of yes. Yes, he is the chosen one. He is the coolest of the cool. She is my burning desire to overcome her awesome factor so that I can stand by them on the pedestals of 10 to 12 month greatness so people will know until the next game comes out, that I stood up there, that I gave my time to it, that I crouched repeatedly on your face until my non-existent digital balls became nothing more than a blur of colours on your avatar's scattered brain-sliced face. The problem though is, where do we find the time for such games? You want nearly an hour out of me to play one round of your tug-of-war minion escort conflict in hopes of possibly unlocking a new hat that makes me look a slightly different shade of dapper? What about the other game? When do I have time for that? In which it counts on me to grind the night away with a jar filled with temporary hopes and dreams of maybe unlocking a new type of thong that when the new game comes out won't be as cool or jaggy, because its sequel will now have a new thong or new dapper hat, but this time it has a flower stuck on it, or some form of battle damage that justifies the once more countless grinding into the many nights of my short existence on this earth, just to say once again that hey, I got that, and oh look, a stage 3 dapper hat that increases my reload speed and now gives me a slight edgier shade of blue around my cranium. That's definitely worth 50 hours of my life currency to achieve. Where do we find the time for it all? Should these games that come out in the droves now cater to us and understand that time is something we actually value? That balance and a rewarding evening is better than an addiction-filled early morning lap of breadcrumbed loot chests that give nothing but common gear that needs to be grinded into 23 scrap, so you can use that scrap to craft nothing useful, but maybe something 5-minute fulfilling in the possible future. Are there too many of these games? Do we deserve to just get everything now? Maybe you love the waiting though, the dangling of soul-stealing cheese to vacuum your life essence away slowly as you lash and grab at it while another game screams your name for attention. Or do you crave the constant barrage of variety, to pick up a game and after 8 to 10 hours, just say you were done with it, never to look at it again because for $50 it gave you what it had to give, and now doesn't need you anymore? I'm not sure, but for now I'll play anything I can get my hands on, because the voices will not stop. They'll never stop. I love to game.